What's up there, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of my entire Blu-ray collection. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1, and this will be my second part now, showing you more of my movies in the Blu-ray collection. So let's wait no longer and let's take a look what else we got here. Let's see, we got Dante's Peak, The Day After Tomorrow. Apologize for that blurriness there. Deep Blue Sea, Deep Impact, the entire Die Hard collection, which excludes the last Die Hard movie, which does not exist in my brain. Divergent. Let's see, Dragonheart. Then we have The Edge. Edge of Tomorrow, Face Off, The Fugitive, which I don't hear a lot of people talk about this. This is a terrific action film. I just don't think it gets a lot of, just doesn't get talked about much. Godzilla, the 2014 edition, Gravity, and then we have the 4 Hunger Games movies. We have the original, Catching Fire, which is my favorite of the series, and then the Mockingjay movies, yeah, we'll just move on. Then we have Inception, Independence Day, Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark. I'm still waiting to get the collection, guys. I want to get that whole collection they got, but the price is just not dropping down. But I do eventually want to get it, but to me, this is just the best one I love watching. It's just one of the all-time great films. Interstellar, The Island, The Italian Job, Jack Reacher, Jaws, John Wick, John Wick 2, Jurassic Park, which is the only Jurassic Park movie that exists in my brain. One of my all-time, top 10 favorites I've watched throughout my life. It's just a fun movie. Kick-Ass, Kick-Ass 2, and I feel like these two movies are kind of becoming forgettable. It's like people were talking so much about them when they both came out, but since then I feel like it's just kind of died away. Kingsman: The Secret Service, Kong Skull Island, Lake Placid, Guilty Pleasure. One of my favorite collector's edition here in this Blu-ray collection, the Lord of the Rings Extended Edition. I think I paid like $100 for this whole thing, guys, but this is when it actually came out. Now, right now, it's about half the price, but it's one of the coolest editions I have in the collection. 3 great movies, too. The Magnificent Seven, The Matrix, the original, the only one I like in the series. Same thing with Men in Black, the original, it's the only one I like. Mission Impossible trilogy, the first 3. And then we have Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which is my second favorite of the series. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, my 3rd favorite. And yes, I will be picking up Mission Impossible Fallout. That is, to my opinion, that's the best one I think in the entire series thus far. Just an awesome action film. Mortal Kombat, The Mummy, Nerve, No Holds Barred, Guilty Pleasure. I grew up a pro wrestling fan. Oblivion, Passengers. Both those movies look terrific on 4K. The Poseidon Adventure, Predator, Real Steel, The Revenant, let's see, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, my favorite of the series, and then of course War for the Planet of the Apes. Roadhouse, Guilty Pleasure there. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, my only favorite Robin Hood live action film. I did see the new one with what's his name, Jamie Foxx, the other day, folks. It was awful. Awful movie. I save your money, guys. It's not worth it. Maybe if you want to watch it, I would recommend just renting it on Redbox. The Rock, The Rundown, The Shallows, that cool lenticular cover there. Sherlock Holmes, Sicario. Wasn't too big of a fan of the newer one. Like, it wasn't bad, but it just had too many flaws. Like, I guess the best way to say it. Skyfall, Source Code. All right, we'll go down to the next shelf here. I'm gonna kneel down, like I'm proposing to my films here, movies here. Let's see. We have Spectre, which was a letdown, but it's not the worst James Bond movie ever. Speed, Starship Troopers, a guilty pleasure. Star Wars: A Complete Saga. This has the prequels and, of course, the original ones. This was the very first box set of Blu-rays for Star Wars that came out. I will never give this up. I think this could be worth a lot down the road, guys. Yeah, I'm not going to give it up. It's just, I think I love collecting, so when something comes out, like when an edition comes out the first time, it's hard to give it up. Star Wars: The Force Awakens, and then we had the disappointing Star Wars: Last Jedi. Don't hate it, but yeah, it was a letdown. Rogue One, The Taken of Pelham 1, 2, 3, Taken, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Secret of the Ooze 2. Terminator, the original, really cool lenticular cover. One of my favorite action movies of all time, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. I don't know what else I can say about this. One thing I will say, guys, listen, if you have a 4K TV and you're upgrading all your films to 4K, I strongly suggest not to buy this in 4K. The 4K edition is not 4K. It's basically standard Blu-ray edition. So if you have the Blu-ray, keep it. The 4K edition is just, it's not worth getting. I think a lot of the newer movies that are coming out over the years are much better quality on 4K. A lot of the older movies that are coming out in 4K just don't live up that 4K quality. The Town Steelbook. Transformers, the original, the only one I like in this series. Let's see. Tremors Attack Pack. Twister. V for Vendetta. Walking Tall. White House Down. One of my favorite movies as a kid. This is another one I don't hear a lot of people talk about. Willow. I love this movie. I grew up as a kid watching it. Ron Howard, I think, directed it. Yep. And it's a great movie. I just love watching it all the time. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. Young Guns. The Accountant. Make sure that gets in there right. Long Came a Spider. American Psycho, one of my favorite films. The Bone Collector, which is a little underrated in my opinion. Catch Me If You Can. The Client. Casino. Collateral. The Departed, one of my top 10 favorite movies. I remember seeing the trailer for this movie, and when I saw all four of these cast members in this movie, I was like, this movie cannot be a disappointment, and it certainly was not. Just an awesome movie. I mean, I remember when I bought the movie, I watched it so many times. It's just that good. Disturbia. Django Unchained. A Few Good Men. This one, another disappointment, I think, in 4K, guys. It's cheap to buy. I think you can get it for like $10, maybe 15, but like I said, just like Terminator 2, it's just not living up to the 4K quality. Alright, excuse me, I'm getting all the sweat off my face here. I got the AC running, but just going on and off. The Gift. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Let me just switch this around here. Gone Girl. Then we have Goodfellas. Great mafia movies. The Hateful Eight Steelbook Edition. This was very hard to find. I seen a lot of people on YouTube were trying to find this, and they were going everywhere in their like states trying to find this, and there were just very limited Hateful Eight Steelbooks. Heat, Hell or High Water, Insomnia, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Lawless, Mercury Rising, Patriots Day, one of my favorite, or top 10 favorite films from last year. Phenomenal movie. Place Beyond the Pines, Primal Fear, very good movie, great twist. Edward Norton is phenomenal. Prisoners, my #1 favorite movie of 2013. I saw this film twice in theater, and whew, powerful film, guys, and that's probably my favorite Denis Villeneuve movie. I mean, I've liked all the other ones he's done so far, but I think that one's probably the best one I've liked from him so far. Ransom, Seven, which is, what's the guy's name? I forget the director that did this movie, but this is my favorite one by him thus far. Silence of the Lambs. I definitely want to pick up the, what's it called, Barnes & Nobles, the Criterion Collection. I want to get for that. Snake Eyes, Time to Kill, True Grit, A Walk Among the Tombstones, Wind River, one of my top 10 favorites from last year, Age of Adeline, American Hustle, As Good as It Gets. Love this movie. It's a great movie to watch. Blue Crush, Boyhood, the Criterion Collection, Brothers, Castaway, Courageous, a very inspiring movie, guys. This movie could really change your life. I highly recommend it sometimes. You want to watch a movie that could change your life around, this one could do it for you. Draft Day, Edward Scissorhands, the Steelbook Edition, The Fault in Our Stars, and The Fighter. Alright, so that's going to close out the second part of my Blu-ray collection, and we will finish the last two shelves, guys, in part 3. So I will see you guys in part 3, and I hope you enjoyed part 2. See ya.